Well, ever since I was 19, I haven't had a normal Christmas or Thanksgiving because every year, November through December, I was working on Christmas shows, uh, window shows, and for the past 30 odd years here at Macy's. Uh, my very first show, the very first professional show I did was in a store window of up in Upper Manhattan on 150th Street at the Saks Quality Furniture Store. Saks Quality stores used to hire the Cesare marionettes to come in every Christmas at all of their stores and other locations to give free shows, and it was something that ran for over maybe 20 years. I joined the company in '54 in a special hand puppet show that they were doing to advertise wrought iron furniture, or rather strange-looking stuff. And based on that, I got my job working with Cesare. Another type of show we would do, one year we were in A&S in Brooklyn, which is now Macy's, with a store window show. Unfortunately, there was a law passed that year that nobody could pipe music out into the street, so there we were working our puppets. We had music backstage, but people just saw the puppets and guessed what was going on. We also had shows in malls and shows in store windows across the country. But ever since in 1976, as Niccolo Marionettes, we started here at Macy's, I've just concentrated on that. And every Black Friday we open and run through Christmas Eve. And we've done all sorts of shows here, from fairy tales to modern musicals, and we used to have an adventure series every year of Macy Mouse and his adventures. And when we ran out of adventures, then we started doing fairy tales. And now we have original musicals with Broadway stars singing the voice and doing the voices, and it's great. Well, sometimes the schedule is 10 to 12 shows a day. Sometimes it's shorter, but generally it's a long run, and we have to have duplicate casts or triplicate casts, depending on the schedule, so that they can survive. Also, the wear and tear of the equipment, of course, and there's no time to fix things. It gets a little hedgy, but it all works out in the end. Well, as a kid, the only performances I ever saw was yearly at our school, PS 200 in Brooklyn. The Cesare marionettes used to come and present Pinocchio, Rumpelstiltskin, and other stories. And years later, I joined the company too. I never had a puppet as a present. I did have a Pinocchio doll. When Pinocchio film, the animated film came out, I was given a wooden jointed Pinocchio doll, and I wonder whatever happened to that. I don't know where it's gone. I do remember my cousin putting ice cream on his nose, and it took some of the paint off, but I don't think I loved it any less. Well, it's been a tradition for so many years, and it's just a good occasion to have a fun story like the Visits from St. Nicholas being illustrated by puppets, or any sort of little Christmassy story. And the fact that toys, toys and puppets are closely related, and the toys are coming to life, which is a great theme. And when I was a kid, we used to do live shows where the toys were coming to life, and then now I do it as a puppet show.